Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. So, the main accomplishment last time was we got circuit production going. We're now producing at a pretty steady clip and it seems to be sustained. It seems like all these are going. Yeah. Okay, well first of all, we're gonna need a little supply of them when we grab on our own. So just grab the first couple hundred or so. I'm a little concerned about everything holding up. Like, I know we had lots of little tricky balances between chlorine and hydrogen and all that. We're producing these what is it, sodium hydroxide? Yeah. Not very quickly, but not something I can ignore forever. Just to get that chlorine gas. And we don't really have a use for these. Eventually we might have to go ahead and try to bring them south into where we do our ore preparation. But not yet. Catalysts seem to be holding up. Yeah. Everything seems nicely backed up. I'm a little surprised. What about purified water? Is that still working? Yeah, it's still working. We were gonna make one more of these. I remember that. Because we're not getting enough nitrogen. And we're gonna need nitrogen for other things anyway, so we can borrow this supply. How is this supposed to work? It looks like it's a building that just opens and shuts. I don't know. Anyway, so the next thing I want to do is science. Oh, it stopped. Why did it stop? Because we put the chest in front of it. Okay, I want to get blue science going. Then we can start researching again. So let's make some room. We already have factory setups for the red and green, but we'll have to figure out how we're gonna do blue. And my bots are whining because they don't have enough underground pipes, which is a valid complaint. Oh, when we're out of landfill. Maybe this is enough. I'm not sure how complex the recipe is. We'll see. Where's my car? It's real close by. Right there. Natural gas liquid is still giving us trouble. Yeah, at some point we need to get benzene and ethane and ethylene all going. Can we just upgrade that to a Crusher 2? Seems like it's going slow. Might help a little. Still have this whole residual gas piling up. That's why we need research going, so we can figure out how to use these things. Okay, let's look at the recipes. So, blue science. We're looking for a unilived atomic manipulator, which needs a femto laser array and an atomic sensors array. And we're going to need a lot of these things. So that's going to need... it's a 12-second build time. So we'll probably just go... So start out making 12. That's like kind of the typical thing to do. Let's get some iron. Something else is limiting us. Circuit boards. Alright. While we're here, we should pick up enough copper to build some more piercing rounds. Okay. So, it needs one femto laser array and one atomic sensors array. An atomic sensors array needs circuits, which is why we did this whole thing. We just spent the past several hours getting the circuits automated so we could do this, make this one piece. It also needs 5 gold plate. Well, wait a minute. So, the plan with the gold was to produce 2 gold ore a second. And we're gonna be needing, gold plate's gonna be the limiter for blue science, I think. It also needs nitrogen gas, which we already have. Okay, femto laser array needs 2 components, or 3 components, and more nitrogen gas, naphtha and methanol, which we now know how to do, so there's no problem there. Glass, and regular electron boards, and more gold plate. Huh. So it's 10 gold plate per single blue. And if we're producing 2 ore per second, then the time it takes to produce a blue, we will generate 24 ore, and 10 of them will need to go towards. Yeah, we don't have gold processing, right? Wait a minute, where was the? Yeah, gold is just 1 for 1. We don't have any way to make it more efficient. So we're gonna need 10 ore per blue, which means that our maximum amount of blue is gonna be 2.5 blues per second. But that's okay, we don't need to make 2.5 blues per second. We want to make 1 blue per second. That was the point. Okay, we didn't finish. Yeah, we did. It just needs lots of different types of plates, and then some oil products. Doesn't look that hard. The ratio, it's 12 seconds for that, and everything else is 3. But some of them need to be in a. This will need to be in a chemical plant rather than a assembling machine. Okay. So we make 12 of these, and then we'll need to make let's see, that divided by 4. 3 of each of these. That works. And they need to be laid out with these 3 things come together to make that, and then both of them come together to make that. So probably we should just have a line of each of these and then do these in pairs. Like, let me think. I'm thinking something like, oh, we're gonna need more fast inserters. And definitely more electric poles too. You know, that's actually a bad idea. Let's not try to do any sort of direct insertion. Let's just go ahead and let's just think of layout. So first of all, we'll have the blue start way over here on this side. So we're gonna be making blues. Should we make them? No, let's just do one line. It makes it easier to think about. Output here. Oh, we need more belts. And I'll go over. Input line here. And this will be generated. That might not be enough space. So the first component, the sensor array, needs 4 different things. So we can put the aluminum and gold on one belt. The copper needs its own belt. The circuits can be long inserted. So let's think about this. We're gonna have one belt on with circuits. We're gonna have a second belt with a combination of aluminum and gold. Then we're gonna have the machine itself. Rows of them. Or just three. Or was it 4? No, just 3. Actually, if it's just 3, then let's go ahead and let's space them out a little more, so that we can deal with the nitrogen better. All right. Okay, the other side there has to be a belt with copper, and then the output. Or actually, we could output to the side. I kind of like that. It's gonna need a lot of copper. Sure, let's move all this up a little bit. So this will be the output. We'll gather it all right here. and it'll be side-loaded onto the near side. Sure, I like it. This could probably just be like this. But this cannot. Well, no, we could go ahead and do the same thing. Sure. Let's make 4 for good measure. Just because I hate when it's uneven. And this one will go north also to get the nitrogen. Just keep that in mind. Okay, and then copper. And then the output, right like this. I like it. Am I too low? No, I'm good. Okay, let's implement this. Let's make this happen. This is a little awkward here. Let's make some space so that we can spread out a bit. Like that. Well. Oops. Okay, this is circuits. This is gold and aluminum? Oh, there's a product. There's another product too. Oh, What is that? Unilived. It's not there. There it is. Coppery waste byproduct, which turns into copper ore. How are we gonna get it out of there? Okay, new plan. Let's take this all apart. We can make this work. It's just gonna be a bit more complicated. So each one of them will stand by itself. We won't try to share nitrogen with something. We will still put the nitrogen out here, though. In fact, well, no. No. Well, this is tricky. Okay, for each of these, there's going to be 2 products. They're both going to go on the southern belt, or the southern side. We get 2 inputs on the left, one input on the right. Well, we could output to this belt. No, it's an inserter issue. So if this were here, And somehow it needs to get nitrogen. It needs to come in on one side. I guess that would always leave a room right there to output. It'll be a filter inserter. And this will be where we connect the nitrogen up. So then we can have 2 pulling in the copper, 2 pulling in those, 1 pulling in that, and the other filter for the actual object going south. I like it. It does mean that we won't be able to share the nitrogen anymore. Each one of these is going to be separate. Or we could flip. I like that. I like that. I like that. We'll flip this, and they'll both share their waste product belt. We're gonna need more filter inserters. No problem. Okay, so this is going to be the actual object. This is going to be the waste product. The coppery waste product. It's the same one, right? Wait a minute. That's coppery waste. That's also coppery waste. Good. That's also coppery waste. Oh, I didn't realize that. There's a lot of coppery waste being produced here. It's gonna mess with our... Well, is there iron waste? Yeah, there's something. Iron waste product. Which is a mix of iron and copper. Well, that's even more annoying. Oh well. That's when we get to gray science, so we'll complain about that. For now, we have a plan. So the sides will remain the same. It'll look the exact same, just it'll have different, these will be different. The filters. Stop blinking, it's annoying. And we can still hop. I don't know why I say hop, but I mean it goes underneath. It skips. Whatever. No, we can't. That's gonna be an issue. We can. We can make this work. No, we can't. We'll have to do the nitrogen out here. Well, it's gonna be a problem no matter where we try to do it. We can skip there, sure. So that's actually a bad idea. We should just take that up and then have this go under. No, we should still do that. Okay, and there's the actual product, and this is the waste right there. So these two. Actually, can we just go past? Yeah. These two go down to here. And join that side of the belt. I like it. It's a little messy, but what can you do? And I find it more acceptable to have 3 when they're not paired. They're all separated. I think we're gonna end up gathering all the copper waste from all 3 of them and turn it back into belts, or turn it back into copper, which will then prioritize here. So we'll probably end up bringing in carbon or something to power some furnaces. Not enough steel. We'll get more steel later. I'm liking this. It's a little messy, but it's acceptable. This is not balanced, but it doesn't need to be because it's all going to be side-loaded. Alright. That's the first part, which was more complex than I expected it to be. The next part is going to be just as tricky. This is going to need femto laser arrays. We'll need 3 of them. This does not produce a waste product, but it still needs nitrogen. We have nitrogen here. We should probably just line up so that we can steal from somewhere. We'll throw all the out of belts. Let's go resupply. Where's my car? Did I walk back? Well. This is backed up. What happened? What went wrong? That's fine, that's fine. We ran out of solder. Really? So it's a mineral thing? Ah. Well, we can get that started up again if we need to. We'll deal with this another time. Might as well grab more stone while I'm here. Looks like iron is not backed up anymore. Until we get science going, I'm not going to care that much, because we're not really consuming at the rate we expect to be consuming. Once we have science going, then we'll go around and check to make sure everything is still working. Alright. So we're going to gather all the copper waste and do something up here with it. Sure. So each of these, the femto laser arrays, need 3 components that we'll have to build each individually, and belt to here, and nitrogen. So we'll just have 2 belts on the side. They're It's low capacity items. If that made any sense at all. We don't have to worry about inserters for this. And yes, we could do something nifty where we share the nitrogen between pairs of these, but then they wouldn't be spaced the same as those, and it would all go wrong. Best just to stick with what we got. Okay. Now we should hook up these while we're here. Alright. And this needs power. Let's get some of the supply in. So we were going to bring the circuit boards on the far one, and then aluminum and gold. Circuit boards. I would have thought that our problems with the ore processing would be fixed now that we're actually using tin. What do we need? Aluminum, which looks like a sideways thing. They're right next to each other. Great! We didn't plan that well. Let's do the gold first. That's not gonna work. We need it'll interfere with the gold. You could one space closer, but this is fine. And just for making it look a little prettier. There. Alright. Now we're getting copper from this, but we're also getting it internally. Well, we can work that out at the end. Let's just figure out how we're going to get it from the bus. Out of my way, car. Should be working. No circuits are being made at the moment. So that's why they're not appearing here. But they would if there were some being made. Okay, this needs the nitrogen and the other components. So the other components, that's an oil thing, and it needs steel. That needs the other circuits, which I'm not even sure we brought on our main bus. They're on the bus, but they might not be in the right pattern. So other basic electronics boards, copper, glass, and aluminum. Lots of aluminum in this. Lots of glass too. Oh well, let's just get this going. We'll start with the femto laser foci. Actually, what's shared? Glass and copper. So we'll put that in the middle. And it's how many of these are we making? 3. Let's just add some spacing because I'm not sure of the recipe. I don't trust the recipe. It's got the waste product output again. So it's 3 and then a waste, and then the actual output and then a waste product. Sure, let's do the same sort of thing where we'll actually right now we have the waste product going up that way. Maybe we can just instead just push through. So like always collect the waste product at this exact spot. But here we don't need to, we can just output onto another belt. We don't have to worry about the side output. Just have to remember to, well, no, we're going to have to worry about it because it'll, if you want it to be using a filter, you need to worry about it. So glass is the big one. Yeah, supply is going to be an issue. What was this? This was it has gold and aluminum plate. Does this need gold and aluminum plate? No, it just needs gold. And that just needs aluminum. Okay, let's change this up. Well, I guess I didn't need to delete that. We'll bring these two in separately, and then we'll combine them at the end. Because we'll peel off, and only have to go to the bus once. If that makes any sense. We should push this together a bit more, so that we don't have a greater than 4 space between, so that we can hop it with an underground if we need to. This is so much more complicated than I expected. I thought it would be really easy because we'd already made all the intermediate products. But no. This is quite a belt issue. And this is just overly complicated. slightly more aesthetic to my eye. Okay. But here we're gonna need so let's run the glass up one side. And let's go ahead and we'll output the actual product like that. Just so we can not have to worry about it. So filter down, filter up, filter up, filter down. These are the waste products. That was not what I wanted. This is going to be so complicated. When we have all of these different things. How are we even going to know what to put in the science thing? The lab. Anyway. So, this will be the glass, I suppose. That's the new one. Well, it could be copper and gold together. I could see doing that. Yeah, let's do that. Put glass on the other side. So, copper going this way. And we're gonna need copper again, right? So we'll just peel off a little bit. Well, let's see. This is the last time I need gold, so we want it to be right there. No, that's stupid. We could just put it right here. Alright. And then this would be glass. Or like this. So where is the glass on the bus? I don't even know how glass looks like. It looks like kind of like lead. I think it's this. That's the lead. Yeah, glass. Alright. Okay, next component. The one that shares the glass. So, we have everything we need except for that we need to bring in boards. So again, we need gold and aluminum plate. And that's what this is combined, right? Gold and aluminum plate. So, we could just steal this. Let's do that. Messy. Very messy. This is not exactly what I would call, you know, a really professionally done setup. But it'll get the job done. And actually, let's not do this. We'll just continue on. So we can share that glass. Well, we should just set it up properly. So yeah, go ahead and get the product out of there. Okay. So the next set, we're gonna there's gonna at least be one there, then there'll be one of these. Does this have waste products also? Yes, okay. So I'll have to use the same spacing. They're all high numbers too, so it's not like I can use long-handed and feel happy about that. So we'll do a braid, that's gold and aluminum. This is not gold and aluminum. What am I even thinking? Okay. This wants copper and aluminum plates. Oh, also, we should put the glass and aluminum plate on one side. I like that. So I'm trying to stick with my idea that I want to do most of this beltless. Not beltless. Using belts instead of bots. There's always a temptation to just rush to logistics systems. Actually, how far away is that, logistics? It's close. We'll be there in just the blue. If we were to just handcraft or just in some way provide the resources for 151 of those, we could set everything we've done the past several hours so much more easily. But I don't like bots. I like construction bots, but the only time I would want to use a bot is if the belts cannot provide enough throughput. Okay, so that's those two. Now we need glass and boards. Let's bring in the boards right here. Where are my boards? I should probably tell my bots to go build more, but I don't want to have to lay out the land. I'm lazy. You know, that's a thought. We could output onto this belt. On the near side. If we can... Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. That's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. We need we need to make sure we're using the right filter. I guess we can make it work. Because they can actually draw right out of the underground belt. So, filter the waste up. This is a femto something something. Femto laser emitter. Probably then we should put that on the near belt because there's gonna be two products. Where are the femto things I grabbed? There. No, that'll work. Okay, and this is the copper waste product, which is accumulating quite quickly. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll need to, we can make it work. But this is certainly getting messy. We could have hugged these belts together, but I wasn't sure if we need space, so we did not. Well, actually, wait a minute. This can be solved more easily, just by extending this a little bit. There. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Let's hook it up. Oh, we... Well, obviously it's not gonna work if we don't get the materials to it. Why isn't this working? No iron. And then no boards. And then no iron again? No, then no basic boards. Then no iron again. There's so many reasons this could fail. Alright, leave that alone for now. This is really ugly, I have to say. This is one of the more shameful builds I've done. If it's appropriate to say it like that. Why is this not working? Can't output its waste. Because of forgetful belts. Okay, and then the final one is an oil thing. It needs steel, naphtha, and methanol in a chemical plant. Where are my chemical plants? There. It makes more sense to do them sideways like this. And there's no waste product, it's just one thing, yeah. So that's the output, this is the input. It's gonna be a little annoying getting them suited. Kind of falls in a bad spot too. So let's do the methanol to the left a little. Actually, that worked really well. I'm surprised. Naphtha will not work as well. Well, it might work pretty well, though. Not as well, but it works okay. We're still leaving space to get the copper out. Good. Okay, let's just pull some steel in. Right here. That's steel, right? Yeah. Steel looks weird in the in this mod. It's like a steel is a multiple thing. It's a bundle of 3 things. Why isn't it drawing in the methanol? Did I hook them up wrong? Oh, they're right. Okay, until I guess it just doesn't until it gets a steel. Oh, that's a mistake. We added both on the side, so we need to not all sideload everything. Okay. Not a terrible build, not a very good build though. Why is it not producing anymore? Because of waste products, right. So we're not done yet. We need to deal with the waste. And the, let's see. That happens in a regular, no. This, yeah, it does happen in a regular assembly machine. How fast is it? It's pretty fast. This will be slightly unbalanced. That's the wrong thing. No? Maybe it's the right thing? It says you could do it in a copper ore class. That's the wrong one. Oh, just 2 copper ore. Okay, it works. It's just called copper ore. Yeah. Which is lazy, I have to say. At least it's nice and quick. We're producing them at a pretty steady clip though, so we'll need to have a decent sized furnace. More than we have here. No, that's not gonna work. So this is coming down this way. No. This is coming down this way. We'll bring some sort of fuel product up that way. Then the furnaces will be right here. And we'll have more. For now, just use this stuff. And we need to bring it all the way over there. So, like, to there. Can't quite make it. Too bad. And we'll do some logistics. Read this content. and disable unless enable if copper. Where's copper? If copper ore is equal to 0. Copper ore is not equal to 0. Why are you enabled? Hold. I'm not getting it. This should be off right now. Oh, don't read your own contents. No, it's not right. Maybe extend it to both? I'm not getting it. Why is it not work doing the thing I want to do? This should be stopped because copper. It's not copper ore, it's copper plate. Wow, Michael. What is that? Copper tungsten plate. That's different. I didn't even know that was a thing. There. We should go ahead and balance coming out. Okay, get some fuel up here. We need one more of these. Although we somehow lost one. I don't quite know where. So now we have an odd number of undergrounds. Which I'm trying not to let bother me. Oh, we haven't actually hooked up the nitrogen yet. I was like, why is this not working? There we go. It should go. Why isn't it going? Nitrogen gas. Purify water. Oops. We have to tear it all apart now to get the stupid water out. In my defense, they're both blue. We did it on the other side. No, we did it on this side. Okay, where are we actually? Where is the nitrogen? There. Nitrogen gas is this output. Okay. Can we make it? No. Stop it! Stop it! Sometimes the belts in this game can be so obstinate. I cannot stand it. There. Alright, there's the laser arrays. Why is this not working? No circuits. Because of some problem that we haven't figured out yet. Let's just drop some in. There we go. We have blue sign sorta kinda automated once we figure out some of our problems. And wow, where's all the gold? Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop there. We'll figure out what's going wrong next time. So thank you everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. Thank you.